Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel, Trigger Acid Darling. Thank you guys so much for clicking once again. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And to all my OGs, you know what to do. Comment down below, let me know. Gang now. Thank you guys so much. Keep your questions coming. I'm still going to do the updated question and answer section concerning my PR updates, and I'll definitely do it this week. Another thing I need to share with you guys is the recent updates. I've been following this particular news, and if you're new to this channel, you're welcome. Thank you so much for coming, and make sure to also check out our previous video so that you know like that this is kind of like a continuation. So remember I did a video where I said BC is making some like drastic changes and people were protesting, like students, rightly so, because British Columbia came up with a rule. Initially when I did I think past videos, I used to advise people like BC has a master's route. If you go to study in BC, there's a route from master's to PR. They've stopped it. They say as of January. So most people that are already still in school, probably not going to graduate till January next year, they are stuck. Why? Because they released the law that as of January, they will be increasing the required English test. And also for every master's graduate, you need to have a full-time job offer before you would be able to apply for that route. So people were protesting, saying, okay, yes, they can meet up with the English and the rest, but they needed more time, especially for those of them that were already in the program, because BC used that angle as a way to bring and attract students to themselves also. And now PEI is in the news. Prince Edward Island was one of those places where people felt like were the smaller provinces, and they actually definitely needed people. So they came up with this rule. If you move to Prince Edward Island, even though you schooled anywhere else, if you moved and probably you work for like 6 months, you can be able to be eligible for their PMP program. So we found a lot of people that schooled in Ontario, because I mean getting PMP in Ontario was quite difficult. So people started moving in mass. Winnipeg, Ontario, Saskatchewan, many of these places, they moved to Prince Edward Island, and the law did not necessarily have a cap as to the kind of job you'll be doing. So you could see people working in Tim Hortons or the rest of them. They still fell under the service industry, where they had a slot also to qualify for PMP. Now the catch is, most recently Prince Edward Island just put a cap to that, say no. Right now, they are in need of just construction workers, home builders, and I think healthcare. They were very specific, but food industry, food service industry, that's the beverage people working in Tim Hortons, McDonald's, and the rest, you can no longer qualify for that PMP program. Now a lot of people are hanging. So this is, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It is causing a lot of back and forth between the citizens and also those that are the students, because they feel cheated. I remember doing a couple of videos and I said, if you look intricately, this entire system of wanting students to, yes, we're told that yes, there's a possibility you come and school and go back, but let's not lie. Most of the times when the schooling angle was advertised, whether to us in Africa or to those in Asia and the rest, they were advertising this. Even the schools themselves were advertising it with, okay, you get this, you get that, and you also get a route to PR. Many people saw, okay, this is a more straightforward process compared to US, compared to the UK. People saw schooling in Canada as a more straightforward process. And now it seems like they are being scammed. So some people at the other end are saying that the students are outrightly acting, entitled. So what line do you stand with? Is it that they're acting entitled, or there should be kind of like a buffer? So one of the demands the students were making was that this particular rule shouldn't apply to those that have applied for the PMP nomination prior to when the announcement was made. Because I don't know whether it's Winnipeg. I remember I told you guys, for those that were in Manitoba, their province itself sent a letter to the immigration minister asking that those with expiring work permits be allowed extra time, and they allowed those in Manitoba extra 18 months. You see that province by province, it didn't apply to everybody. So those in Manitoba have extra 18 months, or close to 2 years, 2 years to stay, and the letter from Miller read that they should make sure that they fall into one of those PMP categories before the end of that, because this is the much he can give them. And 18 months is a long time. For a lot of people, they should have at least gotten their PR status before then. There are also rumors that Miller is looking for ways to make temporary residents more permanent as a way of solving the issue with a lot of temporary residents. What that caused was more backlash. Guys, let me know your thoughts. See, some of these rules can be very stressful, and that's why at a point I had to put brakes on my constant reporting, because it can get depressing. It's almost like, where are we going to go? Because right now I cannot advise you to come in and school in Prince Edward Island, unless probably you're in healthcare or you're in construction. Look at each province has what they are looking for. Canada as a whole, they have what they are looking for. So you're better off studying in one of the things they are looking for, so that you're protected. Why? Because different provinces will keep, and they act independently. Different provinces will keep bringing up different rules that you don't even know, like what will apply in BC will not apply in Nova Scotia. What applies in Nova Scotia will not apply in New Brunswick. Like, everybody is just acting like a different country. So it might be a bit more stressful for you looking around and saying, okay, when will my province announce something? Like, what's the update? So if you're going to be coming in, please understand the process of which you're coming into. Don't be shocked. Like somebody today was asking concerning, how does PRU work? And I said, okay, you need to do IELTS, be in the pool. And be like, I could see the shock. Like, oh my God, that pool thing is real. I'm like, are you being serious? These are things that happen. Like, when people tell you, okay, be in the pool, like, it seems like a gamble. It seems like lottery. It's not lottery. It's a system. It's not lottery. So people that come in and you just feel like, I don't know how you plan to get status, but please, before you even come in, you have to read. Don't say, I have ASI to ask, or I have this person. I can only give you so much information. Please, you either join groups, there are Telegram groups, read, go on Naira Land, go on WhatsApp groups, be eager, pursue knowledge, you will find it. There are many groups that they talk, maybe visa groups, how to do your study visa by yourself. When you come in, moving from study to PR, when you get your ITA, how you're going to submit your documents. There are different groups on Telegram that have those things, full with Nigerians, people that have gotten PR, working in all those groups. You need to make sure you search information so you'll be able to get that. Okay, so now I'm going to be reading up the actual body of the message concerning this protest. I needed to share it first so that those of you that are probably looking to Prince Edward Island, you should know what you're looking at. So let's read it. This is from Indian Express. It says, Canada calling, why are Indian students protesting in Prince Edward Island, and why it's likely to spread to other parts of Canada. That's why I'm covering it, because yes, it's starting in one place, and you would think for a province like Prince Edward Island that they will shake. Right now, they have not budged. I'm telling you, like, I'm so shocked. Initially, when they started protesting, I was like, yeah, I'll give it 3 days. The government is going to bend. These people are not bending, and most of these people, their visas are expiring soon. So it's very gloomy. It's looking gloomy. So mostly all of them on the streets are Indians. I don't know if there's any Nigerian in Prince Edward Island that is facing this. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. A group of former and current international students, overwhelmingly from India, have taken to the streets protesting a policy change that threatens their future in the country. There's a picture there. It says in Prince Edward Island, a bucolic corner of Canada, the best known for the potatoes and Anne of Green Gables tension, is simmering. A group of former and current international students, overwhelmingly from India, have taken to the streets protesting a policy change that threatens their future. So what is happening in PEI and why there? To understand the situation, let's chart the journey of a typical Indian international student after enrolling in a diploma mill in, let's say, Ontario, BC. The student, upon arriving, realizes the pathway to PR in the province of choice is rather steep, because it is already full with people and too much competition. So they cancel the admission in Ontario or BC college and join another diploma mill in a remote province. That's what some people do. Like, you can land here and then probably change schools and all of that. They say that province, which has a stagnant and aging population, has programs that make it easier for temporary residents to obtain PRO in order to attract people, because PEI is not a big place. They have they need workers. That's what was preached. Okay, so for long, this program called Provincial Nomination Program, PNP, has helped these provinces maintain sustainable growth, sustainable population growth, and address their labor shortages, while also giving international students a shot at fulfilling their Canadian dream. So it's like a symbiotic relationship, like both parties are happy. But Canada has seen unprecedented immigration in the last couple of years. For far too many students have gone to provinces like PEI than could be accommodated through PNP. The government here recently pivoted to prioritize giving PRO to people working in sectors it deems important: healthcare, early childhood education. Okay, that's one. Then construction. It has left international students, most of whom work in food and retail industries, in a lurch, with the federal government having announced in December 2023 that the postgraduate work permit would not be extended. Many are reaching the end of the line. Out of desperation, they've resorted to what they have seen worked in the past. If last year a group of students could manage to get their deportation halted in the fraudulent admission letters case, so can they. Okay, so this is referencing the group of students, I think over 700, that protested having fraudulent admission, and they halted their deportation case. So they are using that rationale to also go to the streets. But that was last year. Between then and now, a lot has changed. There's a new minister in charge of immigration. The government's approval ratings are low. There are fewer jobs, longer queues for applicants. And because of that, the attitude of Canadians towards immigration and the politics around it have changed too. Not drastically, but just enough to deduce that the government will most likely not budge this time. That said, what's happening on the island will likely not stay there. This protest could in fact be the first of many the country could witness in this summer of discontent, as international students' dreams and aspirations collide with the new political reality that Canada is dialing down on immigration. With their work permit expiring and no extensions in sight, the points required for PRO impossibly high. Tens of thousands will soon have no option but to pack their bags and head back home, or like the group in PEI, protest and hope. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So this is just to say what I've been saying since. Right now, the political climate is not even in favor of students, because they with these different announcements concerning longer lines in terms of healthcare. The healthcare has been super bad. You go to hospitals, you can't find doctors, you can't find nurses, and then they blame temporary residents. They blame the surge in immigration. If there's a line in terms of jobs, job market has been crazy this period. It's of course the surge of international students, temporary residents, and the rest. I said in one of my past videos that when government frequently puts, let's put a halt to international students, it kind of creates this indirect hate for international students, when it indeed is not the fault of the international students. And these are the people that, among all temporary residents that are coming in, they pay the most, because they pay their fees, they pay all the different things. Temporary workers can just come in and work, but international students have to pay a lot in fees, upkeep, and the rest of them. And for them to land in a country that there's already a perceived notion, there's already like this feeling of hate, small hate in the air, because you feel like you didn't get a job, because of course everywhere there are international students taking your job. International students are taking this. So that being said, I'm still holding out hope. We don't know how PEI is going to budge. Personally, for them not to have even shifted till now is really strange, and that shows a lot. So please, if you're already here in Canada, don't wait till your permit is almost expiring for you to be running from pillar to post. You need to, before you even finish school, start looking for ways to find how to sink your roots. If you really want to stay here, you have to start planning. You have to start reading. You have to start thinking of things to do ahead of time. Don't wait until it's too late, because the truth is the draws are not like frequent. It's not like back then in COVID where they were doing draws like every 2 weeks. And it was so, everybody knew that Wednesday, bi-weekly, they would do a draw. It was steady. right now draws are not steady anymore, so it's not advisable for you to just, oh, I see, I will not write IELTS now, I'm thinking to write December after I graduate. Like, it's IELTS lasts for 1 year, your WES lasts for like 5 years. Why not have these exams and documents and certifications ready, so that the moment you even enter the pool, the moment you graduate, you can add that your experience and get your 15 points or whatever points. If you're doing masters, you get more points. Get it and then be in the pool. Make sure that you're strategic about every single thing. All those experiences you had back home, most of them are going to count. Depends on how my week, I don't know how this week is going to work. I was thinking to go on live, either to go on live to do my updated video, like question and answer part, or do an actual video. So I think I'll go on live. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you prefer a live stream, it will most likely be earlier, because most of my work this period is 4 p.m, meaning I have to leave this house by 2, meaning if I'm going on live, I have to go on live by 11, which gives you 5 hours ahead. Let's see, plus or minus, that should be around 4 p.m. or so. So I really don't know. I'll find a way to get around it. If you miss the live stream, you probably might need to rewatch. If you have questions ahead of time, I'll try to address it. So I'll choose one of these days, maybe Friday, to do the live stream, and then just try to tune in. Thank you guys so much for watching. I remain your girl, Acid Darling. So for those that have their bags packed to PEI or are planning to go there, you really need to reconsider, unless you fall within the early childhood education, healthcare and construction workers. Those are the people that they are going to be giving priority. Remember, PMP priority is extra 600 points, and that will definitely give you a shot ahead of the rest of the people on the in the pool towards getting your PRO. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. I wish you all the best in your Canada journey. Please check out my other videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.